In the Quran, God invites people to reject blindly accepting the beliefs and values society imposes upon them, and to ponder by pushing aside all hate, taboos, and constraints on their minds. Man must think on how he came into being. What is the purpose of his life? Why he will die? And what awaits for him after death? He must question how he, himself, and the whole universe came into existence and how they continue to exist. While doing this, he must relieve himself of all the constraints and prejudices of what society imposes upon us. The entire universe, including himself, is created by a superior power. Even when he examines his own body or any other thing in nature, he will see an impressive harmony, plan, system, and wisdom at work within its design. In the Quran, people are summoned to contemplate, think, numerous events and objects that clearly testify to the existence and uniqueness of God and His attributes. In the Quran, all these beings that bear witness are designated as signs, meaning tested evidence with absolute knowledge and expression of truth. So before we get into the video, I just want to say the responsibility of mankind is to be able to see the signs of God. Likewise, such a person will come to know the Creator who created him and all other things. He will be able to draw closer and discover the meaning of his existence, his life, and therefore will prosper. So before we get into the video, a much humble request is to subscribe to our YouTube channel, to check out our Instagram page, and also we have merch out. It would mean a lot if you guys would check that. Now let's get into the video of 10 evident signs of Allah. Number 1. Sinkholes. The ground beneath our feet, our highways, our cities appear to be very sturdy, but on rare occasions that solid ground can simply open up without warning, dropping whatever it was supporting into an unpredictably deep hole. Sinkholes can be anywhere from a few feet wide and deep to 2,000 feet in diameter and depth. In the past, there's been many sudden occasions of the earth seemingly swallowing the ground and whatever is above it. There's been people that have been sunk into a deep hole. However, in the Quran, Allah, the one and only God, mentions in chapter 67, verse 16, Number 2. Floods or tsunamis. Tsunami waves are not like usual waves. They can be 100 feet high in shallow water and as fast as 500 miles per hour. Some of these violent waves have enough force to flip cars around, wreck houses and buildings, and wipe out entire villages in a matter of few minutes. Floods are no less dangerous. Floodwaters not only serve as a horrible inconvenience for those whose houses or businesses must be evacuated, but also puts the people in danger. Trying to drive in high or rising floodwaters could severely injure the driver. Even a person standing in front of their driveway could be knocked down by rapidly moving floodwater. You might have a hard time picturing these events happening around your neighborhood or your place, but I'll say it is always better to be prepared in the case that you might encounter a tsunami or flood. And what better way to prepare for this than to follow the guidance of the Quran, where Allah says,
وَآيَةٌ لَهُمْ أَنَّا حَمَلْنَا ذُرِّيَّتَهُمْ فِي الْفُلْكِ الْمَشْحُونِ وَخَلَقْنَا لَهُم مِّن مِّثْلِهِ مَا يَرْكَبُونَ وَإِن نَّشَأْ نُغْرِقْهُمْ فَلَا صَرِيخَ لَهُمْ وَلَا هُمْ يُنقَذُونَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً مِّنَّا وَمَتَاعًا إِلَىٰ حِينٍ وَإِذَا قِيلَ لَهُمُ اتَّقُوا مَا بَيْنَ أَيْدِيكُمْ وَمَا خَلْفَكُمْ لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين.
Number 3. Hailstorms. A hailstorm is an unusual weather phenomenon in which balls or stones of ice, called hail, fall from the sky. The ice balls are nothing more than solid water that will form under certain conditions. Hailstones can be considerably large. In 2010, the largest hailstone found in the USA weighed approximately 2 pounds. Many of us may think it's just one out of the blue. But is it really? Here is what Allah the Almighty says in the Quran.
أَمْ أَمِنْتُمْ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاءِ أَنْ يُرْسِلَ عَلَيْكُمْ حَاصِبًا فَسَتَعْلَمُونَ كَيْفَ نَذِيرِ وَلَقَدْ كَذَّبَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ فَكَيْفَ كَانَ نَكِيرِ أَوَلَمْ يَرَوْا إِلَى الطَّيْرِ فَوْقَهُمْ صَافَّاتٍ وَيَقْبِضْنَ مَا يُمْسِكُهُنَّ إِلَّا الرَّحْمَنُ إِنَّهُ بِكُلِّ شَيْءٍ بَصِيرٌ.
Number 4. Lightning. Lightning is a weather phenomenon and most often occurs during thunderstorms. It can also occur during other weather events that change or alter the atmosphere around them. And personally, it's one of the most scariest sounds that you can hear. However, this is what Allah says about lightning in the Quran.
هو الذي يريكم البرق خوفا وطمعا وينشئ السحاب الثقال ويسبح الرعد بحمده والملائكة من خيفته ويرسل الصواعق فيصيب بها من يشاء وهم يجادلون في الله وهو شديد المحال.
Number 5. Harvest reduction. Droughts can reduce both water availability and water quality. This also increases depression, anxiety, and a state of not knowing what's going to happen. This leads to a lot of emotions, morally negative. However, Allah makes us think in the Quran when He asks,
أَفَرَأَيْتُمْ مَا تَحْرُثُونَ أَأَنْتُمْ تزرعونه أم نحن الزارعون لو نشاء لجعلناه حطاما فظلتم تفكهون إنا لمغرمون بل نحن محرومون.
Number 6. Day play break. The worst type of shocks, many say, are the ones you least expect. Previously in the past, there's been many cases of earthquakes, floods, tornadoes, and many other atrocities have happened when people have least expected it. We are so busy and caught up in our routines that we forget that this could happen. Allah makes us think when He mentions,
أَوَأَمِنَ أَهْلُ الْقُرَىٰ أَن يَأْتِيَهُم بَأْسُنَا ضُحًى وَهُمْ يَلْعَبُونَ أَفَأَمِنُوا مَكْرَ اللَّهِ فَلَا يَأْمَنُ مَكْرَ اللَّهِ إِلَّا الْقَوْمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ.
Number 7. The night takeaway. To give you an example, it was 1:23 a.m. on April 26, 1986, when the nuclear power plant in Chernobyl, Ukraine exploded. 31 people died as an immediate result. An additional 4,000 are estimated to die as a result of radiation exposure and cancer. The disaster prompted an evacuation of nearly 200,000 people and left an entire city a ghost town. In addition to the flawed reactor design, human error linked to fatigue and 13-hour-long shift were investigated as contributing factors. Coincidence? I think not. Allah also talks about similar incidents to older societies because of their constant wrongdoing. Now note, I'm not saying these people deserved what came about. But these examples or these parables in the Quran, are they just there out of the blue? Or are they there to give us warning?
وكم من قرية أهلكناها فجاءها بأسنا بياتا أو هم قائلون فما كان دعواهم إذ جاءهم بأسنا إلا أن قالوا إنا كنا ظالمين.
Number 8. Water. All plants and animals need water to survive. There can be no life on earth without water. Why is water so important? Because 60% of our body weight is made up of water. Our bodies use water in all cells, organs, and tissues to help regulate body temperature and maintain other bodily functions. If our bodies lose water throughout breathing, sweating, and digesting, it's crucial to rehydrate and replace water by drinking fluids and eating foods that contain water. Allah makes us consider in chapter 56 when the one and only Allah who revealed the Torah and the Gospel says,
أفرأيتم الماء الذي تشربون أأنتم أنزلتموه من المزن أم نحن المنزلون لو نشاء جعلناه أجاجا فلولا تشكرون.
Number 9. Sudden, total vision loss. It can happen if a clot creates a blockage in your retinal artery. Your doctor may call it a central retinal artery occlusion. Without prompt treatment, this blockage may cause permanent blindness. Your doctor may prescribe a medicine to break up the clot. This is very serious. However, the giver of sight mentions,
وَلَوْ نَشَاءُ لَطَمَسْنَا عَلَىٰ أَعْيُنِهِمْ فَاسْتَبَقُوا الصِّرَاطَ فَأَنَّىٰ يُبْصِرُونَ.
Number 10. Sudden paralysis. Paralysis is the loss of human ability to move some or all of your body. It can have lots of different causes, some of which can be serious depending on the cause. It may be temporary or permanent. The main symptom of paralysis is the inability to move part of your body or not being able to move at all. It can start suddenly or build up gradually. The giver of health, the giver of sight, the giver of your body mentions,
وَلَوْ نَشَاءُ لَمَسَخْنَاهُمْ عَلَىٰ مَكَانَتِهِمْ فَمَا اسْتَطَاعُوا مُضِيًّا وَلَا يَرْجِعُونَ وَمَن نُّعَمِّرْهُ نُنَكِّسْهُ فِي الْخَلْقِ أَفَلَا يَعْقِلُونَ وَمَا عَلَّمْنَاهُ الشِّعْرَ وَمَا يَنبَغِي لَهُ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا ذِكْرٌ وَقُرْآنٌ مُّبِينٌ لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين.
Thank you guys so much if you enjoyed the video, and I'm hopeful we pick up and we acknowledge the signs of God. For truly this life is a passing enjoyment, and everybody wants us to go with the wave. I'm hopeful we sit back, reflect, and not take this as a shot, rather really reflect that look, if I give somebody something, won't I want him to acknowledge the gift I've given him? But what about God? Why do we throw out God out of the equation? Why do we throw out Allah, the one and only true God who revealed the Torah and the Gospel, who sent all the messengers such as Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus? He has neither was begotten. He has no sons or partners in his dominions. High above is he above his creation, the one and only, the true God. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video and you liked and you benefited. Check out our merch, endorsed by the Sheikh himself, Sheikh Mustafa Khattab. And check out our website, weallblessed.ca. Subscribe to the channel, share the videos if you have benefited. And thank you so much guys. Assalamu alaikum.